how it shaped her life. That's in Oregon, right? Oregon. My happy place, Connie Adams. Connie Adams, my happy place.
Thank you, Michael. Maya Angelou once said, I have a great respect for the past. If you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going. My childhood was idyllic. It was filled with fun, warm moments and connections. For most of my adult life, I've been trying to recreate those experiences. I yearn for that. And the goal is a bit of a moving target, but I feel like I'm finally going in the right direction now. I grew up in a small town, in a little house on a gravel road. My family, known as the Adams family, we were a family of 5. I'm the youngest. My sister Lynette, she was the queen of organization. She kept her side of the room neat and tidy. Unfortunately for her, she had me as her roommate. I could have been Pigpen from the Peanuts comic strip. My side of the room was a disaster. But she taught me the important things in life, how to put on my makeup, curl my hair, and eventually how to love organization. My brother Kevin, he was the daredevil. We were 2 peas in a pod. We were constantly scheming on our next big adventure. We had a 50-foot pine tree in our backyard. Hey, Kevin, let's see how high we can climb. We had parks. Hey, Kevin, let's ride our bike to the park. Hey, Kevin, push me on the swing. Let's see how high we could go. In the summertime, in August, on the hottest day of the year, we would turn our backyard into a water park. We would roll out a giant strip of black visqueen plastic, grab that green garden hose, turn on the water, and we were in business. We were spraying down our giant black runway. The goal was to run as fast as you can and dive head first down your giant runway in hopes that you didn't slide right out of your bathing suit. My green thumb, I got that from my mama. Growing up, we had a garden, compost pile. We even had chickens for a while with fresh eggs. My mom taught me what you could do with the bounty of fruits and vegetables we grew in our backyard. My example is just one plum tree would yield bags and bags of plums. They all ripened at the same time. You could not eat them all, although, believe me, I tried. You know what happens when you eat too many plums? I'll leave that to your imagination. My mom was wise to the power of the plum. And she taught me the joy of sharing your bounty with our neighbors. We shared our plums and apples and so much more with the neighbors next door. And sometimes they would turn our fruit or vegetables into some sweet treat that they would drop off at our doorstep. Delicious moments. In my house, we also had music. My dad, he loved to play guitar, harmonica, and sing. we would all join in his favorite Johnny Cash song. How high's the water, mama? 3 feet high and rising. Those moments in our family room brought me so much joy. We each played an instrument. My brother played the piano, my sister the clarinet, I played the flute. And to this day, when we have music, it reminds me of those moments in my childhood home in our family room and just brings me right back to my roots. When I turned 40, I had a little bit of a midlife crisis. My wise friend told me it was a good idea to go back into your childhood and look out for the things that brought you the most joy. When I looked back at my childhood, I had the epiphany of my life. I realized I was missing 2 key ingredients to living my happiest life: music and gardening. And it was in that moment I was inspired to take up guitar lessons and plant my first backyard garden. This just brings me to when I met Martin. Martin, who's my partner, was a musician, still is, plays great blues music. And eventually I joined his band. We performed together and it's been a wild adventure. And as for growing and sharing, we got to know our neighbors in our backyard through the trees. They have guavas. They put the guavas on the fence between our homes, and Martin turned those guavas into a sweet jam, leaving a jar back on the common wall in the same place they left the fruit. My favorite passion currently is growing herbs in my backyard garden box. I'm drying those herbs, making new recipes, creating spice blends, and sharing those herbs takes a lot of organization, which I have my sister to thank, but it's just brought me all full circle right back to where I started. I know where I came from, and I know where I'm going. I'm going home, my happy place, where I'm going to learn a new song, start up a new recipe, and eventually share it with you, my fellow Toastmasters. Mr. Toastmaster.